What's going on, guys? Ghost 4H Delta X-Ray Studio. So in the last video I showed you how to do a sync. Basically all I did, and this is just kind of like showing you what I've slowly created. Basically we duplicated a bunch of these cabinetries and the countertops. We just duplicated it and then added in a few squares. Like this square over here will represent my refrigerator, and over here will be actually a stackable oven. And then you got this one little square over here will represent my window. So I feel like this is pretty good for my kitchen. So hopefully you guys are able to come up with something. I do kind of want to show you how I did this one, how I did this cabinet here. Basically just make a cube. So Shift A, make a cube. You know what, I better not do that. Here, tab out of that. Shift A, make a cube, and just drag it over. RZ45, hit enter, and just kind of drag it over. And this is really all I did. And then I tabbed over, went to edge mode, and basically I just moved these edges to where I needed them. You know, so just like that. Actually looks like I might be a little bit off. And then of course, you know, I dragged this one all the way to the side, made this basically where it's going to be like a 90-degree angle. And the same thing with this one, move it all the way over. Kind of I guess the geometry we're looking at is actually a trapeze. And then Control R, there we go, Control R right through the middle. Then all I did was grab this back here and drug it all the way over, connect it to the wall, then drug it all the way down. And as you can see, I didn't, looks like my wall's a little bit too far back. Basically just like that. Oh, because I'm hitting the caps. I was like, what in the world? Why is it not working? Go ahead and drag it up. Tab back in. Actually, no, tab back out. SZ. Scale it up real good. Tab back over. Control R. Add an edge loop right in the middle. And then basically all I did was I grabbed both these faces. I hit I. Scaled it down a little bit. You'll have to hit SX and scale it in a little bit. Actually, it actually tore mine up a little bit there. Let me try it this way here. Let me grab this edge here. X, dissolve the edge. X, dissolve the edge. Now let's press I. There we go. Still the same effect. Was it SY maybe is what I did? You can see it kind of turned on me a little bit. RZ. I'll just kind of straighten that back out. Same thing with over here. Press I, scale it in just a little bit. Now see, that one looked like it turned out okay. SY. Of course, like I said, it's probably going to turn a little bit on you. And then just grab both faces. X, delete the faces. And then I went into vertice mode here, held Alt, and clicked on that line, and I hit face. Not like I really needed to. For the game that I am designing, the player will not actually be able to open these. So tab out of that, basically grab one of these doors, Shift D, duplicate the door, drag it up, RZ, is it 45? No, okay. -45, there we go. And this is the little tricky part here, is just moving this around to get it to fit in just right. SX. Actually, you know what? Let me just scale it. Scale it like that. And you see I made it a little bit too big. Scale it down a little bit. like I said, this is really tricky to do this part. Scale it in a little more. It's very, 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 very tricky. Let's go ahead and drag it down. Remember to overlap a little bit. SZ, scale it up, grab the door again, Shift D, duplicate it, and bring it up. And that's really all I did. Make sure you watch what doors you grab. Mine are, as you can see, mine are just doors here. They're not the see-through. I mean, you can make the see-through if you want, but that's basically how I did that side cabinet there. But anyway, I mean, this is what I have. In the later videos, I'll show you how we're actually going to make a refrigerator, and how we're going to make make that stackable oven. And probably what we'll do is we'll actually make we'll just do it with textures. Probably we'll see if we can find some high quality textures to use for the stove and the not the stove, the oven and the refrigerator. We might just see what we can do, like I said, about finding high quality textures for that. But other than that, like I said, I just, Shift D, duplicate, 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 duplicate. I just kept doing that. I grabbed these little cabinets here, and I scaled them down to make these smaller ones, and I just duplicated those to make the doubles. And that was really all I did. So there really wasn't much to it. I just kind of wanted to show you one possible way one way it could look. One thing I haven't been mentioning is you should probably really be saving these every so often, because sometimes when you render stuff, like I know mine likes to crash every so often, like when I'm rendering stuff. So definitely get in the habit of saving stuff. Shift A. I'm gonna actually add a little bit more to this here. Well, I'm grabbing the wrong one here. So let's drag it up, drag it out. I'll drag it up over top of this here. Okay, tab over, go into face mode, grab this face here. We're going to pull it out. And then let's see what we can do here. Grab this edge here and drag it all the way over here. Oh man. I mean, it's still lining up with my other stuff here. Grab this edge here. You know what? Control Z. This is going to be a little tricky. So let's go ahead, grab this face here, and we're going to extrude. And it'll be some more work you'll have to do. Once you extrude it out there, go back into edge mode and just kind of adjust this edge to be where you need it. Like I said, it's a little tricky to do it. But once you got it, it won't be too bad. As I said, it didn't take me too long to do that. Might take you a little bit longer, depending on what your skill is with Blender. Anyway, let's go ahead and drag it over here. I can tell you right now, this edge here is just a little bit too far in. So let's grab this face here. Let's pull it back over our cabinets here. And then that's still over our cabinet there. Oh man, this is the part I hate right here, because this is this is gonna be really tricky. I almost gotta try to figure out exactly how we're gonna do this here. I guess Control R. We'll see about adding another edge loop in there. Grab that edge loop and let's just bring this edge loop over. And go maybe something a little bit like that. Drag it up. So now what I want to do is go ahead and grab our faces, and we're going to scale this down down really good. So basically what we want to do is extrude up. This part right here might be a little bit time consuming. So we're going to grab, see if we can hold Alt. Okay, good. We can actually hold Alt and grab all of that. Oh, shit. This is going to be, like I said, this is going to be really kind of challenging here. So move it to the side a little bit, push it out a little bit. And then what we'll do is we'll go back into face mode here, grab all this again, extrude up again. And then we'll go to edge mode again, hold Alt, select all that, move it, let's see. Right now, okay, yeah, it does. So we moved it in the y-axis a little bit, and now we're going to move it in the x-axis a little bit. So we got that. Let's go ahead and grab faces once again, extrude up a little bit, and then what I want to do is hold Alt again, grab those outside edges, and on the y-axis we're going to move it in a little bit, and on the x-axis we're going to move it in just a little bit, and then grab all these faces again here, extrude up one more time, and then what we'll do is we'll grab, hold Alt, select all that, move it on the y-axis out a little bit into the kitchen, and same thing on the x-axis, move it out a little bit, and then we will grab our faces once again, extrude, and we'll bring it up the rest of the way, just like that. Kind of adding just a little bit more detail into it, just make it a little more neat. Make sure to grab this, hit A to select all, Smart UV unwrap, and then let's see if we put this as cabinet material. Okay, that didn't come out too bad. Just little extras you can add to enhance the visuals of this. Do want to make sure we bring it down and match it up with our cabinets there. One thing you want to make sure. One thing I probably didn't tell you guys. I didn't notice probably until I was playing with this. But my sink and everything, I ended up having to flip a lot of norms, especially with the cabinet. I had to flip a lot of norms also. So pay attention for that. Like I said, it'll be kind of like a darker. It'll be kind of like a dark, like kind of a bluish look. Let me just kind of tab over here. Going to, so if I grab this and hit Control Shift, and this is basically what it looked like. So you really got to watch for those distinguishing and colors, because you got more of a kind of a blue there rather than white. Make sure you Control N or Control Shift in whatever one you have to do to flip that normal. Like I said, otherwise when you get into the game engine, Unity is going to read it as the normal is flipped the other way. It reads everything pretty much in planes. So like I said, make sure you do that. Otherwise, you're going to have you are going to have some issues. I'm going to go ahead and grab this bottom here. Add another one. We're going to call it floor. Of course, my caps lock is on. Floor. Right click the diffuse, hit X, Shift A shader, and let's go to get the principled shader in here. Okay, Shift A texture, image texture. And we're going to connect the color to the base color. We're going to open this up. I'm going to my documents, and then I should have materials here. I think I have a material actually for the wooden floor. It just kind of depends on what you want it to kind of look like here. I have a specular on that, but not really anything else. Let me see if I have something somewhere else here. These are all textures that I've had to make seamless and had to create normals and specular maps. So I guess when we get the kitchen done, that would be something I will go further in depth and show you guys how to do. Like I'll show you how to create your. I actually already have a thing showing you how to do that on the channel, but I do not have a thing showing you actually how I created a specular map in GIMP, and that's something that I'll need to kind of go around and show you guys how to do that a little bit. That flooring really wouldn't look right. I actually, let me go back. The call. Uh-oh. Okay. Just trying to find some of these textures that I've used. Oh, actually, look right here. Look what I found. Awesome. Let me, I was going to add a floor to that. But let me, while I'm thinking about it, or while, since I found that, let's go ahead and add a new, let's put fridge. You guys are going to be very mad at me for any of you guys who are following me on this. But if you drop this panel down and you've been following around or following me along, you're going to see cube, 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 cube. Shitty thing is we actually need to name those so that when we put it in the game engine, you're not having, you know, 1,000 cubes and you're like, well, which cube do I need? I need to do the door. Luckily in Unity, if you would encounter that, you could just click on the door and then you can name it in Unity, but you're better off to, like I said, thank God this is only like the third video, just showing you little bits. I would definitely I'd definitely name everything just to make it easier to find when you have it in Unity. Excuse me. Fridge, so Shift D, texture, image. Excuse me. Jeez, what in the world's up with that? Desktop, and oh my God, I don't even remember where I found that at actually. Here it is. Oh, it put it on the wrong way, you butthole. Shift A, vector, mapping. Connect the vectors to the vector. Shift A, input, texture coordinate. Drop that UV to the vector. And then on the Z axis on here on the rotation, hit 90. Okay, actually we're going to want 180. Now, negative 90. There we go. Negative 90 worked out just fine. So, like I said, you can use little things like that. I mean, that's fine. You know, eventually, oh, see, like that right there. I think I UV unwrapped the whole thing, which kind of sucks. But yeah, look at that. Oh, see, look, GEC. So this is something that you probably would not want actually in your game engine, because that's you don't want people seeing that. I mean, unless you're going for absolute realism, then I would 3D model the best you can and then use that texture. Shifty, let me drag this and over here, drop it down, drag it over. Shift D, duplicate it, and drag it way over here. Shift D again, let's duplicate it, drag it over here. There we go. And we'll Shift D once again, drag this light over here, drag it back over here. One of the things that we're going to encounter in Unity, if we were to keep these lights over here, the one thing that you're definitely going to encounter in Unity is the point lights being. Sometimes when you got too many point lights in your scene, some of the point lights won't render. So it'll definitely be something we'll have to kind of keep an eye on. But other than that, I mean, God, that texture right there really bugs the crap out of me. But I don't know if you guys heard that. Somebody's loud ass vehicle driving by. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all there is to that. It's not nothing too spectacular, really. But yeah, so that's my kitchen. Um, I mean, if there's anything in the comments, or if there's anything you guys would like to know, I mean, you could always put it in the comments or something like that, you know, or find a way to message me. Ghost 4H Delta X-ray at Gmail would be a a good way to get a hold of me to find, like, if there's something that you would like to know. I probably shouldn't have threw out my email like that. Uh, I don't. I'm not that popular on YouTube, so it's not like my email is gonna get blown up with this and that, this and that, this and that. So not, I'm not too worried about that. But anyway, guys, this is the kitchen, and like I said, we got that all set up. I was thinking maybe kind of like expanding it a little bit, maybe kind of put like a dining area over here, and then seal it off, and then kind of work from there. And we'll start figuring out other ways to put things in. So yeah. So anyway, guys, I try to keep this video short, show you a little extra tips or a little extra tricks that you can do. I hope this video helped. Like I say in most videos, you know, hit that like button. We're trying to get this information out to anybody and everybody. You know, it may not help you, but it could help somebody else. So if you guys wouldn't mind being generous and just giving that little like button a little nice love and tender care, and smash the motherfucker. But